weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
At their own 28-yard line.
On first down, it's Mitchell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to slither by. And he works free. And yet again, he's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. Mitchell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Here we go.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain that time for the Chargers. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there of pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st down, Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the run. Mike 41. You got to wedge that out. Oh, you got deep? Hey, 41. Good track.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Check 41. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Black shot. 41. Mike 41. In your face.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Now Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Herbert on first down now. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Second and 10. Lance looks to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Lance again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
24 is the mic. Okay. Wait. 24 is the mic. All day, dog. Go. Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 24 is the mic. Check mic.
From the gun, it's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 41 Mike.
Again, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Ray McCloud. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
From the 24, Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Eckler, they run left side. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A give, Eckler running to the right. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.